Hey everybody, welcome back to coverage of Grand Prix Anaheim. My name is Marshall Sutcliffe. I'm in the booth with Nate Price.
Hello, hello. And
we are going to be viewing round 12 here between Jackie Lee and Michael Peterson. Ooh, we're already underway here, and Jackie Lee has one of the better openers to start with, which is a Stromkirk Noble on turn 1 from her deck, and it looks like she was on the draw here. Michael Peterson led off with a Forest into nothing, and then a Scorn Villager. So she's going to attack. Scorn Villager cannot block. It's a human.
Currently
a human, and we'll pick up a counter on the Stromkirk. If she does not have a turn 2 play, at least immediately. I see a couple of Silverblade Paladins in her deck now. This can be dangerous for her. This allowed the Scorn Villagers to transform, and it's going to give Michael access to up to 5 mana this turn. Looks like he's just going to attack first, which makes sense.
He still has no white mana.
And we're going to see a Garrick Relentless come down and immediately fight a Stromkirk Noble.
Fight.
So that's that's a beating.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that is definitely not what Jackie wanted. I think she would have played almost any spell in her deck had she been able to on her turn, just to prevent that 4 mana coming in. And it could have been 5.
Garrick is kind of actually a big beating against this deck as well, because like the red-white deck right now is actually running a low amount of removal. It's almost all creatures into the face. It is running the Brimstone Volleys. That's what basically her only source of direct damage. So creating a stream of Death Touch Wolves really poses her a serious problem, especially when she's using Fiend Hunters as removal right now.
Right.
Like, those creatures aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, she just decided to set back Michael on his mana development by taking out his only creature. She's got a Micaeus the Lunarch in her hand. She's got another mana. I know she has a Silverblade Paladin. I think she has 2 and maybe even a Restoration Angel.
I believe I see a pair, maybe even a trio.
So these are going to pair up, and that's going to allow her to actually attack here.
That is significant.
It makes the Death Touch significantly less relevant. Assume she's attacking Garrick?
There's no reason not to.
Yeah. So he's probably just going to chump block here. Yep, he's going to gain no life. Death Touch doesn't matter. First Strike's going to take care of all those issues.
He's going to be looking for a mountain right here.
Or, any land. He's got 3 Huntmaster of the Fells in his hand, which are going to do a lot of work. All right, so this is going to work. He's going to go grab a mountain. He's going to play the mountain. I don't think he has a play beyond that besides just making a Death Touch Wolf.
Yeah, he has 13 red sources, 14 white sources in his deck, if we're counting Cavern of Souls, Evolving Wilds, and the dual lands.
Those all count.
So
I think that we're going to see things start to go steadily downhill for Jackie from this point on, as Michael can cast Huntmaster into Huntmaster into Huntmaster, and her deck is not really equipped to deal with that.
And we talked about Huntmaster earlier, and what you want it to do is you want it to buy you time against the aggressive decks, and it also gives you 2-for-1 as far as bodies go that can just jump in the way.
Yep.
And this is the matchup. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, right. That was the thing, is that we knew what it did well.
Yeah.
And this is what it does well. And we're going to see it come down over and over and over here. Now, if Jackie has a way to get rid of the Scorn Villager, she can potentially set back Michael if he can't hit another land.
Yeah. I mean, she can't attack.
But Michael can also use this Garrick to search up another Borderland Ranger and just kind of grind this thing away.
Very, very true.
So she does have attacks now, right?
No. If she attacks him with both of her creatures, he can just double block with his Wolf and his Borderland Ranger on the Paladin. I mean, it's a 2/2 double strike, right?
Yeah.
So she kills one of them, and then the other one finishes it off, regardless of which one it is. Sure, it's a trade for her, but...
Oh, I see. Yeah, it looks like she's willing to do that. She's going to play a Hellrider in her first main phase and then go to attack.
Which is a good thing, because it does mean that Garrick is going to die. Like, she's killed Garrick right now.
So she's going to redirect... Was Garrick at 3 or at 2?
He was at 3.
He was at 3. So all the triggers going to go to Garrick.
Yeah.
And everybody's attacking.
Which now gives Michael the liberty to make some decisions. I think the correct play here is almost certainly to double block the Paladin.
I mean, don't you want to throw the Death Touch guy in front of the Hellrider and just 1-for-1 there?
I don't think so. Like, I think
the Hellrider's a big problem, right?
True, but the Hellrider is... the Hellrider becomes less of a pro... Oh, no, I guess that's a good point, yeah, because...
No, he's going to go with your line here and deal with the Hellrider later.
Like, having those 3 Huntmasters in your hand is really big, because it negates the damage that's being done by the Hellrider and provides you with ample blockers. the double striking provides a problem. But I mean, again,
I mean,
it doesn't provide as big a problem considering the fact that if you kill the Hell Rider, I mean, the two creatures that you could block the Hell Rider with are the same two creatures that could block the Paladin. In addition, if you have the ability to flip it, that just kills the Paladin as well. So,
right, so we see a pretty ideal rip here with the land, and we're going to see the first of a trio of Huntmasters come down on Michael's side, and this is going to go a long way to getting him a victory. In fact, he's just going to go ahead and attack, it looks like.
Yeah, no reason not to. Yeah. That 1/1's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a steady stream of bad times for Jackie.
Exactly.
But, I mean, she's got a Machias the Lunarch in her hand.
Yeah, she can go big here. She can build out her board. It's not like the Huntmaster's, going to do a ton to stop that. I mean, Michael can just skip a turn if he wants and transform his Huntmaster to take out something. But right now, there's not even a target for that.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're Jackie here, you just Machias for 5.
You just make a huge Machias. It's not like Michael's deck is really geared to beat that. He could have a Fiend Hunter, which I think he actually does have.
Yeah.
But he can't cast it.
No, I mean, that's what you do is you go bigger, right?
I guess. I mean, it's just he can block with wolf tokens like forever.
Yeah.
And then he can set up a turn where he just transforms all 3 or all 2 of them.
But you're not using it for that. Like the immediate next turn, you use it to move a counter over. And at that point, he can chump block till the cows come home, but you've got a 2/4 Fiend Hunter now that's capable of killing those wolves and killing the Huntmaster.
Yep. Or maybe even wait till it's a 3/5, like so that he has to put 3 different 2/2s in front of it to try to kill it. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I mean, the Fiend Hunter's is only holding a Scorn Villager. It's not like getting that back is really critical to Michael's game plan anyway. But
I'm curious now.
So every creature that Jackie adds to the board now becomes huge. Like it becomes a game-changing spell. Is he going to just play Oh, he is. Well, that's an aggressive play. He's just going to play a Wolfir Silverheart and pair it up with his Huntmaster. He's not going to bother. I mean, he is at 16. It's not like he's under dire straits here. He's going to attack for 6.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, that makes sense because he has the ability to. I mean, he's got a giant blocker now.
Yeah.
He's got a secondary blocker just in case.
Yep.
And I don't think he fears a Conscript's main deck from her.
Okay.
So, I mean, at this point, his life total is high enough, it's padded enough, he doesn't have to worry.
Okay, but let me give you a situation.
Sure.
Now, I'm not saying that this is something that is likely to happen, but it's possible. So let's say that Jackie says, Fiend Hunter your Wolfir Silverheart, and then Pillar of Flame your token. Hit you, right? So she takes a counter down off of Machias, potentially, or she probably just swings. So Machias, so it's 3, and then it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9, 10, it's 12 damages she can get in. When you're holding 2 Huntmasters in your hand, you got to consider the other options.
That is a very good point.
But again, that requires 2 specific cards. She only has 2 in her hand. It's not like you know.
True. The Fiend Hunter alone, though, is problematic. So I wasn't even thinking about that card. But if she did have that makes things extra bad.
Is this a Paladin?
It is.
All right. So this is going to get paired up with. Is it going to get paired with the Machias, or is it going to get paired with the Hell Rider?
Hell Rider is what I'd pair it with.
I mean, because Machias, it makes Machias like a must chump block. Right?
Yeah.
And it also makes it so that Machias can actually trade with the Wolfir Silverheart.
Okay, she's choosing not to. She's definitely choosing to pair up with the Machias, which I think that's. I mean, that definitely. It's definitely right. That's what she's doing. Like, I'd anticipated her using Machias' ability as. I mean, using Machias to kind of block here and to enhance her team, which I guess she's going to do anyway. That's okay, that's fine. He's still ultimately going to be the larger creature, I guess. So she has a second Machias in her hand.
Yeah.
She can't cast yet.
So what do you do here? Do you just start taking down Machias every turn until he's dead?
No, I think you'd take him down. Definitely once, maybe twice.
I mean, him being a creature on the battlefield definitely matters.
Yeah.
Given the Hell Rider.
So if you cast Machias for 0, say to be a second card for a turn, kills the one that's in play, right? Because it still comes into play and then dies to state-based effects due to having no toughness. But also triggers like the fact that the legend rule. I mean, it kills the other legend due to state-based effects as well.
Yeah.
These very well might be outdated terms, but up and there is a Fiend Hunter.
So in response, Jackie's going to get a counter on each of her creatures. And she does have the other Machias, but now she's got to kind of consider some weird situations where, like, she plays the other Machias, And then maybe he plays like Garrick and kills his own Fiend Hunter and just kills both Maciases or something weird. But
Yeah.
I also notice, Michael's got a Gavany Township. He's got his own little Macias back there.
Yes, he does.
And that could be a factor as the game goes on. I wonder if I'm Michael, if I don't just say, you know what, the longer this game goes, the more happy I am. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Huntmaster, 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 and then just start pumping him with all. You're going to have 100 creatures by the end of that, and you can start pumping him with the Gavany Township and see how that works.
I also think it's really important what you do here because, oh my, rally some peasants. That is a pretty big game on the defense. It's funny, it's a common misconception that creatures with high power are always meant to be attacking. High power, low toughness, like from Limited, those guys are better on defense than they are on offense.
It's one of the reasons why I like Stonewright.
Yeah.
It can turn anything sitting on the board or even himself to trade up for something big.
Yeah, and in this case, that's a big blow. She's still in trouble. Definitely still in trouble, especially since he's got so many good cards in reserve. But it definitely helped turn things her way. Peterson's definitely seemingly in control right here because you're right. The longer the game goes, the better it is for him. And he's going to be able to pad his life total and ultimately swing. And this is going to be a situation. He's got an Angel of Redemption in his hand, doesn't he?
A Restoration Angel?
Restoration Angel. I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
I think he might.
If he's got a Resto Angel in his hand, this is going to be insane. Because again, he flickers his Fiend Hunter, kills the Maciases,
which I think he might have just drawn another Fiend Hunter as well.
You Resto Angel, get rid of your Fiend Hunter, kill Maciases, do the Legends.
No, he's doing it the boring way.
Oh, this is so boring.
I really liked your line a lot better. Honestly, I really did. I like developing my board here, but I think that,
It's a blowout.
Actually,
it's way better the other way. You use one card to kill two of your opponent's cards and lock up their last creature.
Right.
You actually just completely get rid of his board and attack him with all of your guys. I'm assuming he just didn't see it, but which is unfortunate because that would have been awesome.
Because it still would create a threat as well. We're talking about. He decided, the way that he played it, he got a Huntmaster instead. But Restoration Angel's pretty comparable.
Yeah, going the other way, you attack your opponent for 5, putting her at 6.
He draws a Garrick Relentless. He has just drawn a steady stream of really sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Look at his board.
Yeah.
He still has another Huntmaster in his hand lurking as well.
I do love the fact, this is the matchup where you get to call Huntmaster a sweet thing.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, as much as we've talked about Huntmaster this weekend in terms of kind of what does it do and why are people running it?
Yeah.
It does still do a lot. Okay, we have double transformation on Huntmasters. He's going to do damage to. It looks like both of the tokens just leaving 1/3/3 Paladin up. He could have killed a Paladin as well.
This
look at this.
Is what it does.
Jeez. And Jackie also takes 4 damage off of this transaction. So I think we're just going to scoop up here. Yeah. Jackie also had quite a few lands that game.
And there's Michael Peterson.
That was mid-range versus aggro, right?
This is what you expect to happen in this matchup.
So how does Jackie combat this? Does she... Oh, by the way,
yeah,
I didn't notice that. But
Paul Reitzel listed as her deck designer.
Yeah, she noted Paul as the deck designer on her deck. So
these are the cards that are important for her out of the sideboard. Fiend Hunter, very good for her. She's going to need as much removal as she can get here.
So there's one more she can bring in.
She's got a pair of Pillar of Flames, which are very strong. Riders of Gavany.
Now that's a key.
Very important. It comes down. I would imagine in this matchup, probably naming. That'll be situational. Human seems like a pretty.
Human, I think, is the default, but Wolf will come up as well. Also, Werewolf is a potential.
It depends on whether there's a Silverheart in play.
Yeah,
that's really what it's going to come down to, I think.
That's right.
She has 2 Zealous Conscripts, which are certainly coming in. A new sideboard technology.
Yeah,
Reitzel didn't have, did he?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, he had this in GP at the Pro Tour Avison Restored as well, which is it's a limited card again, but it's one maybe that I'm less excited about, but it's still kind of sweet, which is Smite the Monstrous.
Who could be monstrous?
Yeah, so it's the cleanest way, although I wouldn't say it's the most efficient, but it's the cleanest way to deal with a Wolfir Silverheart.
Yeah.
It also takes out a transform, a Ravager of the Fells. It'll kill those two.
I am looking for it to take out a Tree of Redemption post-board in this match. Because that's what, those are definitely coming in.
So the tree comes in,
and I'm pretty sure.
And then you think it's going to get paired with a Silverheart.
Yeah.
And then he's going to smite, or she's going to smite the tree.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what you smite in that situation. You don't smite the Silverheart.
I want to see this. I won't lie.
Yeah. Ironically, he's packing on his side, less good against her, but he's got some Smite the Monstresses as well. Those are not coming in for him. But she's also got she has Divine Deflection, which I don't know. It seems, it's another fireball basically, which couldn't be too bad against him. It's one of those endgame. He's swinging in with his big creatures. You to redirect the last 6 or 7 damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems good.
It seems really good.
That's really it. One card that she has in her board, and he has in his as well, which is something that I'd like to mention because it's kind of important based on the fallout from what happened in Barcelona. Mm-hmm. They're both playing copies of Nevermore.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
The Nevermores are actually taking the place of the Triumph of Ferocities that would have been in the sideboard for this Naya deck in this spot,
okay,
which provide a source of card advantage against the control decks. Mm-hmm. Considering most of the control decks are the Miracles decks, Nevermore is just stronger against them because there's not card advantage you want, it's just negating their board sweepers. If you can negate those, you win.
Right.
It would not surprise me in the slightest to take a look through the field today and realize that Triumph of Ferocity had been replaced as the #1 enchantment by Nevermore. The only thing that might prevent that from happening is the fact that Jund has supplanted Naya.
Right.
Meaning that green is a little bit more easier for decks to swing than white would be.
And then it's double white in this case as well.
Yes.
So it's not one that you can just throw into a light white splash. It's got to be running white for real.
So yeah, I'm expecting Fiend Hunter.
Do you think Nevermore comes in here?
No.
Yeah, it's too what if Jackie plays Nevermore naming Huntmaster? That's just not good enough.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I agree.
I think her sideboard here is 2 Pillar of Flame for the early mana creatures, Fiend Hunter for the big guys, 2 Riders of Gavany because she needs those, and she's got a lot of sideboard against this deck, which it should because this is the deck that her deck has a problem with.
I think Riders of Gavany is probably the best card she has against it. Like that card can really create some bad situations for your opponent.
Yeah, Riders of Gavany. I don't know. I think.
What do you think? Do you think Zell's Conscripts is better? What do you think?
I think Fiend Hunter is better.
Yeah.
Like
I like Riders better,
Conscript might be better. You're right. Riders is really good. All those cards are really good in this match. That's why it's really hard to say.
Yeah.
Silverblade Paladin and Riders of Gavany ends games.
Yes.
It just ends games.
Yes, because you can just name the thing that can block that.
Yep.
And there's not that many anyway.
So what does she bring out is the real question. I think this matchup, the Gather the Townsfolk is just weak. It's just not strong in this matchup. So
yeah, it still has the Hellrider synergies, and that's about where it ends, I guess.
Yeah, they don't have an opportunity to swarm through in this matchup because he tends to fill the board with those cards.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as good as the Midnight Hauntings are because they have evasion.
Right.
Man, I wonder how good Hellrider is in this matchup, actually.
It has to be awesome, doesn't it?
I would think so.
Isn't it just the best card in that deck? It's got the most raw power.
Yeah, probably the best.
I asked Paul what he thought was the best card. Oh, we got action here. He said he thought it was Champion.
That's an interesting call.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to see the Turn 1 Avison's Pilgrim that we're used to. Jackie had a Clifftop Retreat, which, enters the battlefield tapped. We don't know what she's named. Probably human. That's the standard for this deck. And what is this, a Cloistered Youth?
Yep.
All right.
It's the only
Transformer.
double-faced card she has.
Yep. All right. So Cloistered Youth comes down. So if it survives this turn, it's going to be a 3/3, which is potentially quite sweet. And it looks like we're going to have a Scorned Villager. So this is a pretty standard open from Michael. If Jackie can get in the way of these early rampers, she'll be pretty happy. I think, is that a riders that she just drew?
Yes.
All right, so that's going to be important. It looks like she's got, her hand is interesting because her lands, she doesn't have any basics. Which so means she's going to have all of her mana, but it comes in kind of a weird fashion. All right.
Yeah. Well, she's gearing up. This is going to be a paladin.
Yeah, this is going to be a paladin. We're just going to pair up and attack. This is a great swing. I mean, he probably, you know, I can't quite see what he's got in his hand, but like chumping at this point in the game doesn't feel like it's usually the right thing to do.
No, like he doesn't have a Huntmaster though, which is a problem. He does have a Garrick.
So he's going to want to cast that Garrick. If he doesn't have another land, then chumping is pretty much out of the question.
Yeah, I think you have to eat this damage here. That way you can play Garrick.
Take
leave
6,
a blocker
play
back,
Garrick,
and shoot the fight.
Silverblade
fight
Paladin?
exactly.
I think that makes sense to me too.
The second cavern calls devils.
Okay.
So she has the ability to cast her
He
Hellrider.
he is going to chump block here, so I think we're assuming that he's got another land in his hand then. He's going to go ahead and crack his Evolving Wilds.
It shouldn't matter whether he has another card in his hand now.
Another land.
I meant another land. It shouldn't matter because even then, like, it's a fourth land. Yeah, that allows him to cast the Garrick, but now he doesn't have a blocker. Like,
Well, I'm saying he needs to untap and play Garrick here, right?
Yeah, but like he needs to untap and play Garrick and be able to protect Garrick for one turn. He needs Garrick to start making those 1/1 death touch rolls. Like, they're really important in this matchup.
I see what you're saying.
Like, the fighting is good, but I would have eaten the 4 there, or eaten the 6 there, and fought, and then had a blocker back, like a chump blocker at that point.
Because right now, Garrick, if he does fight the Paladin, is just going to basically trade. He's going to take a little bit of damage off, and he's just going to trade the Garrick for the Paladin.
Yeah.
And there's a Huntmaster comes down. Now, he can't actually play because he doesn't have any red sources currently, but it's just going to be Garrick fight the Paladin. So, yeah, the sequence that we saw. So he's going to go ahead and flip it. But, you know, realistically, Jackie's pretty obliged to just go ahead and kill it. Now, if she can play, like, a Hellrider here, she can still get tons of damage into Michael and use one of the Hellrider triggers to just take out Garrick, which is pretty sweet.
Because this would have worked out perfectly for him too. Because even if she were able to cast the Riders of Gavany, which she won't be able to this turn, the Cloistered Youth isn't a human anymore.
Right.
So it doesn't have the ability to get past unhindered. So she would have had the perfect opportunity to chump block and then start churning out those wolves.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Does she just have to pass here?
It looks like it.
I see a Divine Deflection.
2 slots left in the next drive. 2 slots left in the next drive. Oh, it's filled. Thank you.
She does have a play.
It's another cloistered. No, it's not.
I think it's Gather the Townsfolk.
Ding, ding, ding.
I got a chance to play against Jackie in a Grand Prix trial for Seattle. I was doing commentary, but I wanted to play some Magic, so I played in a trial, and I was impressed. She's very methodic.
Very true.
Yeah, she takes her time on every decision, and usually comes out with the right one.
Yeah, I mean, Jackie's good. She's really good. There's a reason she gets featured.
I wish I played as consistently as she does. Now she hits a mountain here. It doesn't really matter. She can cast anything in her deck now.
Yeah.
So there's a Restoration Angel incoming here, and she knows it. I mean,
He passed with 4 mana up.
He passed with 4 mana up. Now he
5
is
mana.
well. Okay, now wait a minute. He is short on red.
True.
So she could be speculating that maybe he's
I don't know.
his red mana is constricting what he's able to do.
I doubt that she fails to see the Restoration Angel with him having double white.
I know she's aware of it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's got double white. He may be short the red, which definitely would put a problem, like King of the Work. But these decks aren't like heavy red, really. It's really just Huntmaster.
Yeah.
So, like,
they are actually green-white splash Huntmaster in a lot of cases. Yeah. All right, so
bonfire,
he's gonna
I guess.
blink nothing apparently. And are we going to blocks? Okay, so I think we're going to see Divine Deflection come down here. Actually.
Yeah.
Are you going to trade that for a human? He's at 20. And just leave that back. I mean, this is a fine sequence for Michael if he gets to just eat the Cloistered Youth and just... Alright, so it does look like Divine is going to come down here.
He can't set, like, he can't block either because he doesn't have a second white source of the Fiend Hunter in his hand.
He can't block?
Well, he shouldn't block. Sorry, because he doesn't have it, that second white source. That he
Oh,
needs.
I understand what you're saying, yeah. And he shouldn't block anyway. It's 1 damage and he's at 20. It's not an issue. Okay, so she is going to target the Restoration Angel, prevent 1 damage from it, and then that's going to be enough to finish it off. So she just used it as a removal spell. She spent 2 mana to take out a Restoration Angel during blocks.
Yeah.
She gets in for 2. Does she have a follow-up play? No.
No.
So those Riders of Gavany are going to start coming down soon. And that is a Wolfir Silverheart, which looks like it's just going to come down. Pair him up. Yep, pair him up, and he's got an 8 power blocker sitting back now.
Yeah.
It's amazing how that card can be an offensive card and a defensive card in the exact same turn.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you can get in for a bunch of damage. Now he wasn't able to this time, but we've seen it time and time again. But at the same time, it leaves back just this blocker that's just massive.
Yeah. And it effectively is 4 power of haste, really.
Right. All right, so Riders of Gavany. I guess we're just going to name Wolf.
I think you name Wolf here, definitely.
I mean, I don't know. Do you gamble it up and attack with the Cloistered Youth anyway and see if he doesn't notice?
No.
Just do it really confidently?
No.
I might do that.
And you wouldn't be playing as consistently as she does.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
She named Warriors.
Warrior,
She named Warriors.
come out and play.
Huh.
Well, what do we have that are warriors?
I think the Silverheart's a warrior.
Is it?
Is it a wolf warrior?
Is Fiend Hunter a human warrior?
No way. All right, so wolf warrior, yes.
If Fiend Hunter is a human warrior, that's pretty masterful.
It's a human cleric.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Speaking of Fiend Hunter,
Yeah.
makes an appearance to take out the Riders, and it looks like he's just going to bash for 8 here, which is a 2-turn clock for Jackie,
Yeah.
which she takes, and she goes to 8, and then we just see a Scorn Villager follow-up, kind of unexciting, but...
Let's see, there are only humans back on the defense right now, so that Stromkirk Noble
Oh, yeah.
has free passage.
Yeah, that's nice. It's something.
Yeah.
It's something to get the ball moving forward for Jackie in terms of, getting to the point of actually winning this game as opposed to not dying to that Silverheart.
Yeah.
But now she, I think she has another Riders, right?
Interesting. Now, what's the call here?
I mean, don't you just name Warrior or Wolf or whatever, and then you can now block with your humans?
Or do you name human? Do you name human and? Yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh, you just name Wolf? I mean, she needs to be able to block that 8/8.
True, but there's an 8/8 and there's also a 5/5 that she has to deal with,
Truth.
and she has to worry about other Fiend Hunters. I mean, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's beyond that point.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think that it's just, if she had the luxury of playing around Fiend Hunter here, she probably would, but I don't think she does.
So the Gavany Riders of Gavany, do they give protection from the chosen types of humans, or is it can't be blocked by?
No, it's protection.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, which also entails can't be blocked by.
True.
All right, so
It just matters for Fiend Hunter's triggered ability.
yeah, I see a Restoration Angel in Michael's hand, and that can do some pretty silly things when you're talking about repairing at instant speed.
Yeah.
He can attack with everything here, something that doesn't get blocked. He can blink his Wolfir Silverheart and pair it with something else.
Yep.
Things can get pretty ugly.
So, I mean, if he's attacking in, she probably didn't name Warrior. I bet she named Human.
What would you name human?
Huntmaster the Fells.
Just in case he hits a red source and plays one.
No, it's because, I mean, most of her cards, it's probably because of Fiend Hunter, honestly.
She just doesn't want to get her stuff stolen with the Fiend Hunter.
Yeah. It's too important right now.
Okay.
That flipping is kind of a big deal.
Because now it's just a werewolf, not
Yeah.
a human. So,
Let's see. I mean, this is a difficult to text F4. Yeah, so she did get confirmation that she named human on that second Riders of Gavany.
okay.
So she's going to attack in with that Stromkirk Noble anyway, and the 3/3 Vigilant Riders of Gavany. This is an interesting turn. I mean, she's got to be afraid of an angel, but she also has to realize that she doesn't have much of a choice.
Repair these two.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like 15 power,
That's so insane.
16 toughness.
That's the reason that, like, Angel's in the deck
Yeah.
is for that repair trick.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to seal the deal for Michael here. This is a huge play.
Yeah.
Again, she didn't really have an ability to play around this situation.
No,
It's
not
just-
at all. I mean, the matchup is not a particularly good one for
Magic
her.
players, there are 2 spots left for draft. If you want to draft, head over to the side event stage.
He's at 11. He
This
can
is-
feel comfortable.
I mean, this is 7.
That is 7 right
Yeah.
there, isn't it? Yeah, I forgot that's lethal.
Yeah, and so Michael Peterson defeats Jackie Lee in the Naya on Boros matchup that was so prevalent and led to the downfall of Boros at
Right.
Barcelona. Or
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Yeah. So, I mean, just looking at the list, I think that this was... you could see that it was going to be an uphill battle for Jackie for sure.
Yeah. Well, you know what?